Hola amigos! I'm so excited to talk to you about the G sound in Spanish. Why do we spend the time learning these different sounds in pronunciation in Spanish? Why is it so important? Why do I think it's so important? Because they have found there's a direct relationship between how well you pronounce in the target language, in this case Spanish, and how much you will understand, right? Because if you're saying the word consistently very differently because your pronunciation is so different from the way native speakers say it, what possibilities do you have of understanding what they say, right? So you need to be saying it similar to the way they pronounce it. And that's why we're going to go over the G sound today. In general, these sounds, the B, the G, the D sounds, most of the consonant sounds are softer in Spanish than they are in English. What do I mean by that? I don't mean that you can whisper. If you just whisper your Spanish, it's going to sound good enough. No, because Spanish speakers can yell and they can speak loudly or softly or at a medium volume. No, it's just they have a softer maybe vibration or amount of friction. So let's go over that. We're going to go over the different sounds that the G makes. So we first think of it this way too. A G in English, on a scale of 1 to 10, the G sound in English is a 10, right? Great, good, ago, bag. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we do say it pretty strongly compared to other languages. In Spanish, I would say that this first sound we're going to talk about, because the G makes different sounds. The first sound that's similar to ours, the G sound, is on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say a 5. Right? So just tone it down, make it a little bit softer, and it can be combined with the 5 vowels: ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Right? And you'll find it in many words. Ganar, to win, ganar, ga, instead of ga. It's just slightly less friction there. This is the easy part. The next one is the G can also make an H sound before an E or an I. So you have like the word for people, gente, G-E, gente, or the word página, G-I, right there for page, página, or gigante, giant. And this sound, in most countries, it's like our H. But in a few places I've even lived in Peru and then in Spain, they pronounce it with this more, you might hear like a more like almost like Hanukkah, like this Hebrew sound, their het sound. So it's the same letter. It just depends on the country. It's their accent, the way they pronounce it. But if you feel uncomfortable with that, you can say it like an H. The other sound that it makes is gue. So if you have like G-U-E or G-U-I and it has a diéresis, which are 2 dots, in German they call it the umlaut. If you put these 2 dots over the U, then you would say gue, gui, vergüenza, pinguino. Okay. Then if you have a G next to a consonant, then it's going to be like the first G, grande, margarita. So far pretty easy. Now the most important one, and that's the G between 2 vowels. Just like the B or the V between 2 vowels is very soft, the G between 2 vowels is very soft in Spanish. How soft? Well, if the G in English is a 10 and the beginning G in Spanish is a 5, then the G between 2 vowels is 0.5. It's not even a 1. Let's see some examples. So we have the word lake is lago. Lago. You might be thinking, wait, you didn't even make a G sound. It's there. It's 0.5. It's really soft. How about the word for water? Agua. agua. If you've been saying agua, or for lake, you've been saying lago, right? It's spelled L-A-G-O. Lago, you've been saying it incorrectly. And you're not going to hear it that way. You're going to hear lago. Agua. For water, agua. Now, am I just saying A-U-A? Agua? No. Agua. That would be without the G at all. Agua. I'm saying a G, just listen closely. Agua. It's like almost like a soft gargle, but don't get into the gargle part of it. It's just you're making a little bit of a closure in the back of your throat. It's almost like you're about to make the G sound without all the friction that we have in English. So, agua. Another few words. How about amigo? Amigo. Or I pay. Pago. Pago. Amigo. Now, if you say it a little bit stronger, amigo, it's no problem. Or pago, I don't think anybody will notice the difference. It's just if you say amigo, if you really say it strong, amigo. So just try to play with that, try to make that sound softer, and that'll sound pretty good. It just takes a little bit of practice, but practice makes perfect.